rise. Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call, please. Oh, geez, very loud. Make sure you're all awake.
Yes.
Mayor Kapadas?
Here.
Mr. Ranieri?
Here.
Mrs. Fazio?
Here.
Mr. Stein?
Here.
Mr. Root?
Here.
Mrs. Kelly? Here. Mr. Wood?
Here.
Mr.
Harris out.
Mr. Bayshore?
Here.
And Mr. Wade?
Here. Okay. Statement of public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act as given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 5th, 2016. And 2, emailed to the retrospect and Carrier Post on January 5th, 2016. Reports?
Yes, the reports we have the construction report for the month of February. A total of $7,637 that was collected in various fees and COs. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. For the report of the police department for the month of February, the total of $171.53 was collected for accident discovery, solicitor reports, and firearm permits. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the treasurer for the month of February without balances. And we have the report for January. Current fund, $3,464,071.03. General capital fund, $267,666.37. Sewer fund, $79,156.51. Sewer capital fund, $34,503.13. Payroll account, $123,000.
Excuse me, are we going to read the...
$123,465.38. Police outside employment, $66,904.57. Community Development Block Grant Fund, $33,752.53. Dedicated by Ryder CCO, $45,549.47. Escrow account, $52,197.06. Law Enforcement Trust, $6,894.08. Planning Board escrow, $138,735.24. Public events, $8,422.92. Public defender, $20,991.61. Municipal Alliance, $4,856.31. Unemployment Trust, $383.76. Uniform Fire Safety, $8,687.43. Dog account, $35,854.25. Tax title lien redemption account, $1,196,893.45.
Very interesting.
The Borough Clerk's report for the month of February, a total of $5,035.40 was collected for various licenses and permits, including pet licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the Registrar of Vital Statistics for the month of February. A total of $3,166 was collected for death copies, marriage copies, and marriage licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the fire chief and fire marshal for the month of February. A total of $1,810 was collected in fire fees. There were 75 inspections completed. There were 121 EMS incidents and 51 fire incidents. 2 Type 1 permits issued, and EMS fees collected for February, $18,585.55. All those monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the tax collector for the month of February. A total of $3,114,516.48 was collected in taxes, and in sewer rentals, $252,675.71. I also, by statute, have to give you my year-end report for 2015. Total taxes collected, $18,734,450.36. Outside liens collected, $301,372.63. Premiums collected, $964,600. Property maintenance liens posted, $7,055.44. Property maintenance liens paid last year, $1,765.85. Sewer rentals collected, $791,865.89. And animal licensing, $19,699.80. And cost of sale collected at the sale was $22,072.97. And the collection rate was 97.79. And I think that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Drew.
Is there a motion to accept the reports as read?
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approval of the minutes?
I have
Motion.
to abstain, Mayor, from the two February 2nd council meeting. I wasn't here.
Approval of minutes. A motion is in order for the approval of the minutes of the January 26, 2016 and February 2nd, 2016 minutes as submitted by the clerk, as each member received copies of the same. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Need a couple more ayes? Okay, motion is approved. Public hearing. Ordinance 16-01 is an ordinance establishing fees for the use of the Runnemede Fieldhouse in the Borough of Runnemede. This part of the meeting is open to the public. Any wishing to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance alone, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I so moved.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Kelly. Is there a motion to adopt on second and final reading and advertise according to law?
I'll make a motion to adopt on second and final reading and advertise according to law.
Mr. Root. So motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Root. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Keller.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein. Yes. Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
6 ayes, 1 absent.
This ordinance is adopted.
Is that 5 ayes?
It's 5 ayes. Ordinance 16-02 is an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak on this ordinance, please come to the microphone and state your name and address. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
Second. Go ahead.
I second that.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Is there a motion to,
I'll make a motion to adopt on second and final reading and advertise according to law.
okay, is there a
I'll
second?
second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Keller.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
12 ayes, 1 absent.
Okay, this ordinance is adopted. We'll do them one at a time. Resolution 16-35 is a resolution authorizing the cancellation of 2016 taxes. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do?
Reports.
I got them out of order. Sorry about that. Thank you. Committee reports. Finance and Administration, Mr. Ranieri.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Thank you. Our 2015 finances have been reconciled and closed out. We have met our surplus projections with slightly more than expected balance, which is fantastic. Thanks to Rich, Joyce, Mayor, Council, and everybody involved. We had a very quick turnaround from our previous year, and as far as getting our finances in on time. And this is, as I stated before, this has a lot to do with our overall performance and our rating, which gives us our interest rates and our borrowing power. So we're doing really well. We should be very proud of ourselves. Our 2016 temporary budget is posted. We are operating on our temporary budget. As our 2016 budget process is underway, we're still getting our budgets from each individual department. Our goal is to have our 2016 budget introduced mid-March or early April, and I will keep everyone informed and aware of our progress. The rest is progress. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Public safety, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I will need a motion for the above raffle licenses. Raffle license 16-04, June 20th to the 25th. Holy Child Parish, 9 games of chance. All paperwork is in order. Raffle license 16-05, June 20 to 25, Holy Child Parish, a 50/50 on-premise cash raffle. All paperwork is in order. Raffle license 16-06, June 25th, 2016, Holy Child Parish, 50/50 off-premise cash raffle. All paperwork is in order. Raffle license 1607, April 29th, 2016, Runnemede PTA basket auction. All paperwork is in order. Raffle license 16-08, April 29th, Runnemede PTA, 50/50 on-premise cash raffle. All paperwork is in order. And I'd like to make a motion to approve those raffle licenses.
Okay, is there a second to that motion?
I second that motion to approve all raffle license.
Okay, any discussion? I just want to make it clear to those in the public that obviously, as you see every month, or usually every other month, we do these authorizing these raffles and things like that. The clerk will always help anybody who needs to do this, all the organizations that I see in the audience tonight. We're here to help you get this done. Obviously, this is really important. We want to protect you guys when it comes to this, this process. So please reach out to the clerk if you need anything to do these things. We want to make sure that there's no problems or anything that we do. Okay, so we have a motion by Ms. Kelly, a second by Ms. Pascal. Would you make the motion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the raffle licenses are all approved.
I'd like to continue with my report. Our police department had a busy month. We had 130 traffic summonses, and we had 165 arrests for the month. Year-to-date, 410. So they've been very busy. And they have only a few hours of overtime. Burglaries, we had 11 burglaries, 12 thefts, and 59 people arrested for disorderly conduct. Again, Chief, a wonderful job by our police protecting and serving the community. The Runnemede Fire Department reports $40,367.68 collected year-to-date on the fire and EMS fees, and that's been really excellent on their part. They are very thorough, and with our full-time fire EMS, we're able to put 2 ambulances on the road 24/7. It's been a real improvement. The career staff completed all monthly inspections of equipment and apparatus, and both BLS units received the scheduled preventive maintenance. We also had to replace both front tires on the BLS 788. Our fire department again responded to 3 major fires during the month of February. One was a house fire that occurred in Belmar. It was quickly extinguished by members and held to a single alarm. The other 2 were mutual aid fires in Gloucester Township. Both were dwelling fires. The first went multiple. The second was held to a first alarm. There was no injuries to civilians or to firemen. And I want to thank our fire department for their wonderful service to this community. And that's my report.
Thank you. Public events, Ms. Patson.
I'm going to rely on my report from August.
Okay.
That I will take progress.
Thank you. Engineering, Mr. Farrow is not here. We'll let the engineer report for that. Public Works, Mr. Lovenstein.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a list from Harry down at Public Works. Mr. Wozonk's been doing a fine job. List of things from January and February 2016, items completed through the months. The recycling every Thursday is on the move. Heating repairs at Harry Williams Building a couple times. We painted the Harry Williams building gym for the freeholder meeting, the back wall. We intend to do the rest. Bathroom cleaning and checks daily down at the Green Acres. Ice control, we used 125 tons of rock salt. Very busy with the snow plowing during the storm. Recycle cans, 14 were delivered. Christmas decorations were put away at the Harry Williams building. Heater installed at the Department of Public Works. That used to be the sewer building. They had no heat before, now they have heat down there to work on the vehicles. Transit bus was serviced. The repair lift gate had a recall on it. Catch basins, the tops are being cleaned. Street sweeping 5 yards. Christmas tree collection. Metal, TV, and yard waste collection occurred. Department of Public Works shop rehab, they are redoing the inside of the building to make it more user-friendly. A lot of walls there before that were unnecessary. It's going to be one big open space now inside the building. They're moving right along with that. I saw that yesterday. Fire alarm inspections, tree and roadway assist. Somewhere in the borough, I guess we had a tree come down during the storm. Potholes, that's an ongoing subject. We have a big issue on Schubert Avenue right now. That is a county road, but they're going to try to hit that later in the week. Sign repairs, 16. Repair supports for the gym HVAC. Picked up trash fields and public cans. Installed Knox boxes for the homes with alarms. Sewer markouts, 66 occurred. Service call for backups, 55. That's in the drains for the out the street for the homes. Block heat generators were installed. Generator service contracts are being implemented for the pump stations. We got a quote to upgrade electric station D. Pamphlets for sewer bills are being mailed out. Orchard Street pump station service, that's the one down on 3rd Avenue, I believe, or no, Orchard.
Orchard is by the school.
By the school, okay. And then weekly pump station maintenance and checks. And Harry's slogan down there is responsive services, quality facilities, and employee pride. And the rest is progress.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Root.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We're still working on the field maintenance contracts right now for the RYAA, Green Acres, and Runnemede Girls Softball. I'm waiting on one more price, and then our treatment prices to come in. That's going pretty smooth. We are close to finalizing on the gutters and paint for the Runnemede Field House. And working on, got quotes out now for possibly some tree cutting near Runnemede Girls Softball Field. They got trees hanging over the field, so we got a pretty high tree, so our guys can't do it. So we're gonna have to send that out. I want to see what the prices are, so I'm sending that out for some bids, see what that's going to cost. And pretty much the rest is progress, man.
Okay, thank you. Administrator's report, Mr. Wright.
Sir. Going to bounce around a bit. I have some issues regarding budget, some action items tonight, and ongoing issues. And I might touch on a couple, just elaborate a little bit on a couple of the director reports. First thing I'd like to report is that we're finalizing the after-action report for the 122 to 123 snow event. The big things out there right now is finalizing the FEMA report. And I believe that we're looking for approximately $26,000 worth of reimbursements. We did the initial report, which is basically just the draft, and then you have to come up with the backup and submit to FEMA. We're also looking for a determination on the Singley Avenue Bud Bridge issue that was discovered during the storm. I think that was something Doc was working on. The second item is probably going to require some subcommittee reports, meetings, and is going to probably be more relevant for next season in the fall.
since I've been here, at least 4 or 5 different times, the topic has come up for emergency management regarding snow routes. We do have an item that was forwarded by the coordinator on the 25th, and it covers some issues that were, I guess, a reflection of the event that happened over the weekend. And I think that it's going to take a lot of coordination, because we can't just make the entire town an emergency snow route, and we need to do it the way, work with the police department, public works department, emergency management, to make sure that we have what works best for the residents. I think that, just to touch on it, the report kind of said, if you have a driveway, you shouldn't be parking on the street. And it isn't always quite that simple, but I just want to point it out there. It is being addressed. I know that in the past, Charlie's brought up the fact that we needed to revisit it, and I concur. It's just something that more than likely is going to be ready for next season. So that will be coming in the months ahead. On the agenda tonight, there is a request for a first reading by title only for the police outside employment. And we're finalizing that. There's a couple things that have happened this week that require us to tweak a little bit. We need to make sure that it's clear for the vendors what their process is for contacting us, and to make sure that they always have the police department in the loop, but there's other departments on some of these side jobs that, whether it's related to the gas and requires fire department or public works to be aware of what's going on. We had an issue where they turned water off on, I believe it was Singley Avenue a few weeks ago, and I found out by a council person reporting. So the vendor did put door knockers out the night before, but we weren't really aware of what was going on. The police had someone scheduled, so we just need to make sure that, since if they're definitely going to call the police department, we need to make sure whether it's either a side note or part of the actual process itself, how that works. We do have a police general order on side jobs. We have a touch in the contract regarding it. So we just want to make sure that we're consistent across the board, and we'll sit down with the chief, and I believe it's Sergeant Murray, before we bring the final version to the public.
So 1603 would just be title only?
Correct, yes. Last week, and I think we touched on this a little bit individually, last week Superintendent Wozniak and myself attended the county recycling coordinators meeting. And basically they had a vendor that gave a presentation from the company that does the recycling. For single stream, they had the solid waste vendor there also, and they had the e-waste vendor there. Very informative, and I think the heads up that they're giving us is that going forward, it's very likely going into 17 that we're going to have to pay for the service. So it will be cheaper than having it be in a landfill, so the tonnage will be less. But basically, the market has fallen out of the recycling industry, and we have basically 3 or 4 years ago, we actually got checks for our recycling. At this point in time, we're not getting any checks, but we're not paying $66 a ton. And I guess the short of it is they're expecting that maybe $20 to $30 a ton could be what we may pay in the future. So it's fluid right now, but the presentations were all geared to help everyone understand and be able to start communicating the why of it. So that's something that we'll touch again in future meetings. But it's still way cheaper than actually.
We save money on our fuel.
Yes, and it's tied kind of to the fuel industry, so the savings on the fuel will be shifted over to the payments that we may have to pay on the recycling. But it's still great for the environment, and it's still going to be cheaper than throwing things away. So hopefully the programs will not be impacted. The recycling tonnage grant program may have an impact. And I think what they said this year is there is a cost for it, but the county is actually picking that cost up this year. And I think they might have been a little surprised by that. We touched on the budget. Again, we're planning for introduction on 3/22. The statute says 3/18 or your next regularly scheduled meeting. So our next regularly scheduled meeting would be the April 5th. So we have a little bit of a window there. The finance department is in the process of doing an internal audit of our planning board escrow accounts and the escrow process. That's something we'll report on at a future meeting, but I'll let you know that's underway. The bus is in for repairs. We have got some phone calls regarding that. It's required to fix the handicap lift in order for it to pass inspection, so it must be done. Tomorrow we will be running a bus, just got this in director. We're borrowing Barrington's bus, so we will have bus service tomorrow. So we will post that on the web.
So we're borrowing Barrington, is that what you said?
Yes, they're lending us their bus, our old bus.
Our roll call.
We, due to the storm last week, we ran a recycling, or a yard waste route yesterday. We finished it up today. The weather's been nice. We saw people out there even today, still out there. And we're going to post on our Facebook page tonight that residents can still reach out to us through the website and let us know, just like the white goods, et cetera, if they have yard waste that needs to be picked up. And the sweeper was out today. They're working on zones, and that will be continuing to be out during the pleasant weather.
And can you
Yes, ma'am.
also post on our Runnemede website so that the people that have emails?
Yes, it'll be on both,
them
for the bus and for the yard waste.
Yeah, for the yard waste.
Okay.
And when do we start yard waste again?
First Monday.
First,
First Monday
In
in April.
April.
yes. And that is on the Public Works website, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's already on.
Okay, anything else? I'm sorry. I was enjoying the conversation. Solicitors report, progress. Engineers report, do you want to help us out?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to rely on my report mostly from the caucus meetings, but there's two updates. I talked about CDP applications being due on March 22nd and requested a resolution be on the agenda, and it says that as resolution 1637. So we got that covered.
Yes.
The other thing I reported on is we're waiting on the demo permit on the building next door. We got the permit and demolition started today. On that part.
Yesterday.
Okay. I get my date.
These are days, it's a long day, right? Okay. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Old business, there is none. Public comments on agenda items. This is an opportunity for the public to speak on the upcoming resolutions. Anyone wishing to speak on the upcoming resolutions?
No, I got a question about this meeting.
Hold on. Under the
Could I
microphone,
ask a
please.
question? Yeah.
Tell us your name and your address.
I haven't attended any of these meetings.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Simon, 572 Sherrington Lane, Runnemede, New Jersey. Is that good enough? Okay. I have a question. I haven't attended many of these meetings, and is that a private conversation between Mr. Wright and this other gentleman and just the board?
Yes, the process is that we hold our meeting in public, and then we have certain points where the public can come and address the council. So at this point, you can...
We're not
address us.
supposed to hear what Mr. Wright says?
No, you're allowed to hear.
Yeah, Mr. Wright.
Because I'll tell you right now, he was addressing just the council. I just about heard anything he said.
Okay, well, next time, let us know, and we'll have him speak up loud.
He's speaking into a microphone.
You know, and he was talking directly to you people, and so is this other gentleman. He wasn't talking into that speaker so we can hear it. And any answers that you gave, well, you weren't talking into the speakers. I heard some of what you said. I heard nothing what Patty said.
Well,
That
that's not-
gentleman, I heard what he said, but you're not talking into the speaker, so I can't hear anything you're saying.
Well, then, let us know, and we'll speak louder.
Okay,
Okay?
I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, anyone wishing to speak on the upcoming public, the agenda items that we're about to vote on? Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I make a motion.
Is there
I second that.
a motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio, all in favor? Okay, public portion is closed. New business. We're going to put some of these in order because these are just housekeeping. I'm going to, as long as there's no objection. Resolution 16-34 is a resolution adjusting sewer charges. Resolution 16-35 is a resolution authorizing the cancellation of 2016 taxes due to the demolition of structure Block 96, Lot 8. Resolution 1636 is a resolution authorizing a refund of 2016 duplicate payment on a first quarter taxes, Block 91, Lot 1, including adjustment for the second quarter. Resolution 1637 is the one that the engineer just spoke about, is a resolution authorizing application for program year 38 Community Development Block Grant. That is for 2nd Avenue repaving by Downing School. Resolution 1638 is a resolution awarding the contract to Office Basics as part of the cooperative pricing system. Identified the bid, this is for office supplies. Resolution 1639 is a resolution to authorize the treasurer to make transfers between appropriation reserves in the 2015 budget. And Resolution 1640 is a resolution authorizing the emergency temporary appropriation prior to the adoption of 2016 budget. So would someone, I was going to leave that one by itself, sorry. Okay. So resolution, does someone make a resolution to approve 1634 to 1640?
I make a motion.
Speak loudly into the microphone.
I make a motion to approve 1635,
It's like 34,
1634 down to 1640.
40. Okay? Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Ranieri. Is there any discussion on those resolutions? All in favor?
Aye.
Now you have to do a roll call.
Oh, this is roll call.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call for all these. Roll call for.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
5 ayes, none opposed. Resolution 1641 is a resolution confirming 2016 appointments. I wanted to keep this one separately so I could read it to everyone. The borough is responsible to keep its sustainability grant. So we have to appoint the green team, which we needed to redo this year. Our bronze certification is up for renewal this year, so these individuals hopefully will do a great job to get it done this year. So the resolution is confirming the 2016 appointments for the green team. Patricia Dare as chairperson, Councilwoman Pat Passio, Councilman John Ranieri, Ms. Linda Hurd, Mr. Tom McPherson, Mr. Dan Kennard, Ms. Jerry Galinsky, Ms. Denise Haggerty, and Mr. Harry Wozonk, Superintendent of Public Works. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
I make a motion to approve this resolution.
I
second.
Very good.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Root. The roll call? Is the roll call? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
5 ayes, 1 absent.
Aye votes okay. Resolution 1641 is adopted.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. This is first reading for ordinance 16-3 is an ordinance regulating fees for police side jobs. We are only doing this by title only. Would someone like to make a motion?
I so move.
So could you read that, please? Motion to adopt?
Motion, I'm sorry. A motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on the 5th day of April 2016.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
5 ayes. Okay, we'll do that at the next meeting. Okay, payment of bills. Is there a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Ranieri. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lowenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri.
Yes.
5 ayes, 1 absent.
All right, that payment of bills shall be paid. Good and well. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. Oh,
My name is Nicholas Crescenzio. I'm here on behalf of CPR Restoration. I'm the manager for emergency response. I believe there's already an ordinance written for solicitation for restoration work on fire scenes. I spoke with Deputy Chief Lacaderi, and I'm not sure where we're at or how we can move to get that ordinance passed. I'm not sure the procedure. Maybe let me know how to.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me in the back?
I think you have to push the button.
Push the button. Better? Better. All right, so your understanding is that we don't currently have an ordinance?
I'm under the impression that one was written but never passed.
Joyce?
It wasn't written. Fred brought us a sample.
Right, there was, that's what I recollect, a discussion, but it's never gone any further than the discussion stage. So, my name is Lenny Wood, Fred knows who I am. Have Fred contact me.
Okay.
Fred works for us.
Okay.
He's actually brought it to
Oh,
a
okay.
committee meeting.
All right.
And it was addressed, but there were some questions, and I think that's kind of where it was. He brought it to our attention that there were some problems during fire season.
Correct.
The committee is aware of it. I appreciate you letting us know. We'll definitely take care of it. If you spoke to Mr. Liberti, I'm sure he's going to bring it back to us.
Yeah, he has my information. so.
Okay. Yeah, we understand that there's an issue.
18 Morgan Drive in Clayton,
What's your last name?
Crescenzio.
Crescenzio. Good name.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll definitely look into it. It was something that was on our agenda. He brought it to us many years ago, or a year ago. Yes. Byron, you mind that? Oh. Perfect.
Good evening, Bernie Wilson, 729 West Pleasant Street Road. How are you? Recently, there was some vandalism done to my property. Came in a couple times. There was a business check card from the Runnemede Police Department in my mailbox. I think it's a great idea. Thank you, Chief. Sergeant Mary, Sergeant Leonard. Can't say my thanks. It's a great idea. The police department's doing a great job. I'm proud of them.
What does that mean?
So basically, it's almost a business card that we notify people that we were there. That if there's a broken window, they're more welcome to call the police department. You know, we put a little note on it.
But you were visiting the business after hours?
After hours.
To check on it, to see the doors were locked? And
Yes, we do that a lot, especially, I know Mr. Wilson's property, unfortunately, someone damaged it, and we patrol there really heavy. So we want to make sure that Mr. Wilson knew that we were.
Nice.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Val.
Val Palisano, 831 North Oakland Avenue. I was wondering what the rules are for taking care of the storm drains. For instance, on Monday, I noticed that Public Works was out on 9th Avenue coming up to Clements Bridge Road. As a matter of fact, they stopped traffic because they had their shovel and broom and they were cleaning a storm drain, which was great. But does this get done like once a month? Does it get done when we hear bad rains or storms are coming?
Well, we're required by the state to have a stormwater management coordinator. Mr. Walton, one of his duties is that's his title. So what he's done, we're required to clean those drains yearly. We're actually supposed to lift them up, clean them out. He's done an inventory. He's much more thorough than we've had in the past. So what you're going to see is you're going to see all those drains clean better. You're going to see them lifted. They're going to be inspected visually. They're going to get cleaned out inside with either our sweeper has an attachment that we just put back on there, from what I understand. And we also have a shared service agreement with our neighbors to bring in a larger, you see those big vacuum trucks to get into the deeper wells and things like that. So we are required to clean them. It's part of the Clean Water Initiative by the DEP. There's a report that has to be filed. And so you're going to see a very different, you've seen it already. We're going to be much more proactive in keeping them clean because we are required to do that.
Okay, so, but if the citizens of Runnemede...
They can do it themselves at any time. They go out there and clean them.
Yeah. But who can they call? That's more...
Public Works.
Just Public Works?
Yeah, Public Works,
and
or through the email. If you notice something, you're always welcome to use that email because what that does is that gives us a record. If you call it in, our personnel has also been told that they need to put it electronically, so we have a record of those calls too. So anything you notice.
Good. Well, I'm talking about noticing.
Yes, did you want to add that?
Can I just add something to that?
Please.
Part of your stormwater management plan is in the fall, residents should not be putting leaves within 10 feet of those inlets. You want to keep that area clean, because if they get too close, they end up falling in, and that becomes something else they have to
Moist
clean
out
out.
clean. Yes.
So if residents could act on that.
Very good.
We
Thank
send the
you.
rules out annually with the tax bills.
They do go out. It's pretty lengthy, the rules, if you notice in your tax bills and sewer bills.
Okay, the other thing
Yes,
is...
it's a simple page.
It's
Yes.
lengthy.
Too long.
A missing pedestrian crossing on Orchard and Third. I mean, it's not missing, it's laying down on the street.
Okay, got hit or fell over. Whatever.
I know, I trip over it
Okay.
every day.
We'll get it taken care of. Try to use that admin, because that email goes directly into our system, and it gives us a record that a complaint was filed or a notification was filed, so we can go send somebody out right away.
Okay, I wasn't sure who took.
You can always call Public Works, call the Borough Hall, anybody.
1004.
1004. 9395161, extension 1004. If someone doesn't pick up, leave a message and an address.
And I know you handled this, and I'm sorry, I wasn't here. But the reading on the resolution 1601,
Yes.
what's the field house?
The field house is, do you want to take this for a minute?
That's the pole barn.
The pole barn.
We changed the name. It's a big-
We want to be a little more.
It's a Runnemede Field House.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering, did we do something I
We
missed?
figured it was a building that took up a field, so we named it the field house.
Yeah.
Okay,
So after the gutters are up, after it's painted, we'll put a little sign up there to identify it and officially open it, even though it's already open.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Rebecca Davis, 629 Detmar. Last month, I was promised a letter in response to my questions.
A response.
I never got a letter.
A response. Mr. Wright, would you like to give the response?
How
No?
much salt was used?
And the plan for snow removal and crosswalks. So I was promised a written response.
Okay. Well,
Never got a response.
I had addressed during my report that we are finalizing our after action report. I mean, if you
Okay.
want you know what? If you would, I will give you my card when we're done.
Okay.
I'd be more than
I
happy
have
to
your
go
number.
over the report with you.
I have your number.
Okay.
Also, the snow routes.
Yes.
I think there's an ordinance that we're not allowed to park on our lawns. So those of us with 2-car driveways in 3-car families, that's going to be an issue. So
Okay.
I guess
You know,
my
I think we can have our
suggestion
OEM coordinator make the exception or put an
yeah,
exception in the
so
ordinance.
if
That's
we
not a
could
problem.
suspend the ordinance that we can't park on our lawns, if we enact snow emergency routes, that would be organized chaos. It would be chaotic, but it would be organized chaos.
Right. We're even
Okay.
looking for some of the trickier spots, to even try and work with the residents to create a spot where we can have them maybe put their second car, you know, whether it be Borough Hall or something like that. And again, it's
Well,
really, we have to work that out.
I live 1.6 miles from Borough Hall.
And we have a bus. So, and again, I'm not talking 2 inches of snow, I'm talking like 36 inches projected blizzard kind of stuff. But I mean,
Exactly.
there's a way to plan this out. I've seen it
Okay.
done in
As
Brooklyn,
long
they
as
park at the
There's a
American Legion.
reasonable plan
Yes.
in place.
Yes.
All right, that's
There's,
all I have.
there's no plan in place.
Not yet.
It's in the discussion process, but obviously your input will be considered.
Yeah, so when they read an ordinance, there would be a public comment and that type of thing.
Always.
That's correct.
Just
Yes.
exactly like
Yeah.
everything else.
2 readings, yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Seeing no one else, does someone want to make a motion? Is it anyone else? Seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I make a motion to close the public portion.
I second that.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Aye.
Public portion is closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Is there a second?
I second.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.